Hello, my name is Steven Peterson and I am a goaltending specialist. I've been with the University of South Florida at their Division II college level of hockey for the past 2 years. And my role in the team is I work with the goaltending and the defensive zone situation. In the past 2 years, we have seen over 8 goaltenders come through the program, and we have seen massive strides in improvement with these goalies. We've seen seniors unlock a different level of their game with different strategies. We've seen juniors excel to a starting role, and we've seen an oncoming freshman, very technical, be the upcoming starter and expand his overall performance through these past 2 years. I do this typically through one-on-one coaching sessions as we go through the season, a part of the coaching staff. We break down their game. We go through, if you're great at this, here's what can happen here, and then we cover it back again with what they're great at. So we really push these goaltenders to achieve their greatness through consistency and communication on ice. A little bit of my coaching background is I've been with the University of South Florida for the past 2 years. I played for 18 years. I played a year of college hockey in Minnesota as well. And I have grown over the past 30 years of my life here. I've built a business. I've sold a business. I've communicated throughout. I've hired. I've fired. I've led a team, and I've led investment firms when it comes to it. I mentioned this because the process of becoming a coach isn't just X's and O's. It is managing people, and that is one thing I do excel at. Outside of workplace and coaching, I am a stand-up comedian. I've been doing that for the past 3 years through Minnesota and Florida. And then I've also done improv comedy for the past 4 years. And I'm happy to say I'm a part of 2 improv troupes. And I mention this because both of those are really, really great ways to command an audience, aka your goaltenders or your team, and it's a great way to relate to anybody you're talking to. The goal of stand-up is to get somebody to trust you enough for you to get your point across, to laugh. And the same is with improv. The difference is improv is a team game where communication is the entire goal. Well, being a great communicator through business, through coaching, and through the workplace all comes together. And I think that is something that I do excel at. One of my coaching philosophies is mental toughness and accuracy. And going through those 2 things, mental toughness is being able to leave it on the ice and actually bounce back. Going through accuracy is going through a standard practice, doing every single drill at the best of our ability, close to near perfect. And that's one thing that I focus on, and that has been one thing that has really stood out to a lot of these goaltenders, and they take a second to do the drill correctly. It might be slow at first, but we eventually rack it up and we start the process to get faster and faster and faster, and then we start seeing improvement. So when I really break down my own philosophy, it is upon those 2 things. So some of the keys that I bring to the table is knowledge of the game, knowledge of the rules, knowledge of the situations coming through, being able to have watched the game from the goaltending possession for years. Being able to take a step back, watch it from the bench, and have an overview view of it as a bird's eye view through watching film and through watching the game from a rooster spot up in these stadiums. It really gives me a great perspective of how a game really breaks down and how teams actually move the puck in the zone, and how a goaltender's feet / their head can really be the biggest killer when it comes down to it. Another skill that I bring to the table is I bring excellent communication skills. The goaltenders that I work with have access to me whenever they need. I treat them as family when it comes to it. If anything, I treat them as a commanding father. That is kind of a silly way to explain something like that, but it's very accurate. When you're dealing with goaltenders, it's not as normal as a regular team. These goaltenders are kind of special, and they're hung out to dry sometimes. So bringing them in with a guy that they can trust and go through the process, but also not be able to easily let them down, is a great position to be in. To further explain on something like that, being able to relate to these goaltenders, being able to have them like me, like them, and really unlocking their potential through likability and great communication, and actually being able to say, here's a thought, and putting that down onto the ice really works wonders when it comes to the college level age, and it's a great way to express and kind of give off that feeling. Also instill confidence in your starting goaltender and your backup goaltender that you actually believe in them. And then once you believe in them, boy, the tables have really turned when it comes to unlocking your potential. So my vision for the role, my vision is to be able to take these goaltenders and unlock them at least 3% every quarter, right? I choose the desperation of 3% to really prove that this game isn't a oh, I can come in and fix this tomorrow. The game of goaltending does take time. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes repetition. And my philosophy when it comes to practices is time, effort, and repetition. I stated this before that my goaltenders currently, we go through a drill, even if it is as slow as our pace is, we're going to do it perfectly. And as soon as we do it perfectly 10 times, we go through the next stage of ramping it up a little bit. Also, my philosophy will be when it comes to that, we do a thing called a 100-shot drill. The 100-shot drill is as simple as it is. We take 100 shots when it comes to it, we keep track of it in a percentage base, and we go up 3% whenever it comes to it. So these goaltenders can not only, they can feel themselves getting better on the ice, and then they can also see the progression of them getting better with installs, confidence in them as well. So my overall vision is to slowly and surely take these goaltenders and get them to the next level, to the starting position, and instilling the confidence that they actually need to command the net. In closing, we can kind of touch on a little things about me. I stated before, I do comedy. I've been doing that for years. I've built a business through real estate. I've led a team. I've touched on quite a bit of things when it comes to kind of my life so far. I am looking to take the next step in joining your team and leading the goaltending department. It's truly been a passion of mine, and when you unlock all these different things in your life and you actually have some freedom, and I'm blessed to say that, financially that's a great thing, you really get to hone in on what your actual vision and what your actual passion is about, and I've discovered that, and that truly is for the game of hockey. Being able with the team to actually come in and lead, there's no other feeling like it. So with that, this is a brief video, just under kind of 8 minutes here, on what I am, who I am, and what I look to bring to the table when it comes to joining a team. I'm more than happy to schedule a call. I'm more than happy to schedule a follow-up video with specific questions, and we can kind of break down a philosophy on what my ideas are for on ice, off ice, and whatnot. But overall, I look forward to joining your team, joining your staff, and making an impact as best as I can. My phone number is 612-363-4772. Once again, my name is Steven Peterson. You can call me, text me, however you want to communicate. It's completely fine with me. My email is Steven, S-T-E-V-E-N, Peterson, Petersen.me. So it's stevenpeterson.me @gmail.com. I look forward to communicating with you. Hopefully this makes an impact, and look forward to speaking. Thanks.